everybody. It is October 19th, 9:03 a.m. A little recap from yesterday. S&P 500. We're up a couple points yesterday. Had that weird gap up in the morning that we caught a little wave of here. And that was our one trade for the day yesterday. Today, however, different story. We'll get a lot of action in the pre-market. Big, huge jump. Low RSI right here, which is something to take into consideration. We're on a little bit of a sell-off right now in the pre-market. Actually, a decent amount of volume. Still low volumes. Nothing to be concerned about there. Look at our S&P futures. Pattern from yesterday up. Taking a little dip here. Hasn't kind of seen this support level yet. So we're gonna look at it to take a bounce back up. Week like this, today's a big day. There's a Bitcoin cryptocurrency ETF being launched. That's going to get a lot of attention. A lot of big earnings this week. Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, Netflix, Tesla. A lot of big stuff coming on heavyweight in those ETFs and those indexes. So we're going to see, should see some good earnings there. Let's see here. So if we look at our 30 on the SPY, we got sell signals and everything in the pre-market. So it's going to take a little dip going into the market. We'll see how things play out in the next 20 minutes. But my opinion right now, I think we're going to have another up day. I mean, I really do. There's a lot of money in the market right now. A lot of good news coming. I think we're going to see another nice jump today. We might have a little sell-off in the morning. We got this little overbought situation potentially, but then again, I don't know. We'll have to see. Our DMI does show some selling pressure, so we'll see what that looks like going into 9:30. But in any case, we will have our algos ready. We will have our futures ready. We will be looking today to trade 447 and 448 puts and calls on the SPY. We're going to also be looking into the Q today. There was a lot of action on the NASDAQ yesterday, so I want to get involved in that today if possible. So I'll check back with you in about 25 minutes when we're getting close to that bell, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for joining. Here we go. A minute 30 out. 5 minutes. So we're going to negative MACD. We got some sell pressure on the 5. Dropping buy pressure on the 30. But we have gone negative on that MACD as well. And here we go, we got a little jump on the S&P futures. So, with everything going on, we got a big earnings week. A lot of action today, a lot of excitement out there. I'm gonna look for a jump right here at the bell in about 45 seconds. Applied open is showing it to tick up. So let's see what happens. We're gonna look for one bar, and then we're going to jump in on the second bar, possibly today. Usually I don't trade the bell. Let's see what the S&P map looks like. Usually show it on here. Keep it simple. I got to pull it up. So there we go. We're going to drop. We're getting the sell off. Following the negative MACD. So that's the Bitcoin linked ETF that's launching today. So big news around that. Lots of green. Oh wow. Oh wow. So we're going to be looking at 447 calls. We're going to get that ready because we're going to get a jump here. I wanted to posit my So what we're looking at here is we're looking for full confirmation on our indicators. Obviously, the market is telling us right now that there's some action. S&P looks green, but we got to get our confirmation. How do we get our confirmation? Couple things. First thing I'm going to look at over here is our high frequency trading computers, the algorithms. So they're picking up on the Q and the SPY. So that's a sign for bull run here. But we still have a sell signal up here. These red dots and this red arrow represent a sell pressure coming out of the pre-market. So we're going to keep our eye on that until we see a shift there on the 30 and the 5. We're not going to do anything. We need our MACD. We need to shift to a sell signal, and we need to cross on our MACD in order for us to get in. Let's go back and look at our futures. Until we get that little jump there, it's pulling back. Upside down hammer showing our buy pressure here. So we're definitely setting up for a possible uptrend here. Get on the upside of the market. Let's see here.
With a 41. What is that? Yeah, opening at 41. I guess we'll track this, Jim. Yeah, well, I mean, he can lead things up, but I think it's a great opportunity.
Kind of want to get involved in this, but we're going to let this one ride out for today. This is brand new. That is the Bitcoin ETF. The first cryptocurrency ETF ever on Wall Street. Very interesting. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this affects the crypto market too. Let's get a little dip off here. So it looks like we're playing off a little quick mini dip in the morning, but I think that we're going to have a positive day. So let's wait for there to be a shift in the line before we get in anything. Again, our algorithms are busy. It's a good sign. They're starting to buy. Volume in the first 5 minutes so far, 1.7 minutes, a little light of volume, which shows that that's mostly sell volume. Investors are taking a look at this Bitcoin IPO, which is already up a point and a quarter, looks like. We got the SEC chair speaking here in a couple minutes, so that's going to hold us up. Let's wait for him to speak, because we're not going to get any trades until he does. We'll see what he has to say. There was some housing market news today, and he's got some other news, so let's see what happens, because we have a little bit of an early morning sell-off here, kind of against the market. Because as you can see, we pull our maps up here. Yeah, we have a lot of green in the S&P, so let's let this roll, and we will be back shortly, and we will get involved in a trade. Let's make some money today.
Volumes and activity in
so we're going to take a shot.
the lending market, meaning lending securities,
We're just starting
and
to
also
touch
the
here.
short selling activity.
So we're going to try to get in early on this one. So I feel pretty good.
Most viewers of the
Let's see,
trading
we got the
activity in the last 30,
448
40 years
calls.
agree that the American investor has never gotten a better deal.
October
Not only
20th.
commissions essentially go to zero, but even trading costs
Go ahead and give
much lower.
35
Execution
contracts a
quality
shot
has
here.
improved dramatically in the last 30 years. I know there's a little bit of debate about
$7,000 investment.
Investors seem to
A little
be getting
higher.
a very good deal. Do you feel you're going to be actually able to demonstrate a
Let's see
real
what
harm
happens.
from payment for order flow? Number
I feel
one.
good
And number
about
two, could you
this.
tell us what
We're
comes
getting the
next
cross
here?
right
You've got the
there. We're
commission
above
with
the
a
200
staff
moving
with a
average.
very excellent
So here's what
report
we
on the facts,
got to look at
but
most
not a lot
importantly
of
here
direction about
on what I did. So here's our 200 moving average. When we're above our 200 moving average, when we get our buy signal on the cross on the MACD, that confirms our uptrend. We have not yet confirmed that, but we're in on a trade early, anticipating that move. So let's watch it and see what happens. Here we got a little bit ahead of the buy signal on that call, but now we're running nicely on that 449s. We're up a little over 1,300-ish. 1273. So we're gonna ride this one for a couple bars. Does it feel like we're on a nice run now? Yep, we're jumping. Puts us in the green for the day because we did lose that 700 earlier, but we've covered that, and now we're firing off. Now we're in good shape. Let's check our futures. Seems to be responding very sensitively to the futures today. The futures continues to rise. Our algos are on the move upwards. So that really has confirmed our trend. The only thing we haven't confirmed is a cross on 30. We got our cross on the 5 on our MACD that was negative all morning. But the volume has picked up significantly in this 30-minute range. We got 2 million. So we already got a third in buyers on this since 10 o'clock, past 15 minutes. So it's a good sign. I think we're gonna bust through here for another bar or two, and we should be able to pick up a nice profit. We'll continue to watch that, continue to stay in this position until our indicators tell us otherwise. We got a nice jump here. We got another jump. But I expect to see, we're going after the all-time high of the SPY, which is right here at this line, 449.96. We're at about 449.62. So that's gonna be our resistance as of now. Back to our futures. Still lots of green there in the futures. Really trying to rebound. Algo is also trying to rebound. So a lot of positive information, and that MACD is really starting to spread on us, which is a good sign. So we'll see how this continues to roll. RSI is in good shape. We got a cross on DMI. Let's see how this plays, but we were looking good here for a nice profit. Continuing to bump. We got another fat green bar here. I'm gonna pull us out at $1,800 profit on this trade. Oh, jump to 2,000. Look at that. Let's get it quick. Let's see if we can catch it. 2,100. Look at that. 2,000. Filled at 2173. Nicely done for the day. Puts us around 1,300 profit for the morning with our first loss. Ladies and gentlemen, that was another profitable day. Tough day, flat open, but we made it work.